notes because if you know anything about music, each instrument reads a different pitch, and so you're going to hear a whole bunch of different ones. But when they all play it together, it will all sound the same. So without further ado, here is the beginning bands from Allen, Ekstrand, Gladstone, and Roynan. Here we go. As we go through this evening, we're going to introduce a new note for each number that we play. So that was our very first one. Now we're going to move on to our second number, which includes 2 notes at this time. And you have to realize how much of an effort it is to get all of these guys to play together, and they are doing an awesome job. So here is our second activity, where we now play 2 different notes. They're doing an awesome job all at the same time. Very good, guys. Now, our third activity, we now graduate up to, oops, I've got to count myself, 3 notes. So now you're going to hear an activity or a song which has 3 different notes in it. So listen, as you can hear, each time we add 1 more. Here's the one with 3. Excited, they get a little ahead of themselves sometimes. That was 3 notes. How many can hear 3 notes when we played that way? Yes, good. That's my goal. Now we're going to move up to the next activity. The next line has 4 notes. So as we see, we keep adding and growing, and once you get to 5, you can play a whole bunch of songs, you'll see. Here's the 4th one with 4 notes. class now 5 notes. This is as much as they know at this point, and it's a huge feat to get 5 notes all played correctly, but they do it. So here's our 5th one with 5 notes. This number is called the Fab Five. All 5 notes that they've learned. Using those 5 notes, we're going to play a song for you. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because I want you to be able to tell me when we're done. No worries, they can do it. You will know what this is. Here we go. So here is their very first song. What we are playing. So this, of course, was Mary Had a Little Lamb, otherwise known as Merrily We Roll Along, and they did it. They used all 5 notes to play that song. Now, before we switch gears and have the other band up here in a minute, I want to take a minute to kind of show where these kids are from. Since we have all 4 here, it's kind of nice to know who's from where. First of all, in the back, because they cannot be seen, and I want them to be seen, I want my trombones and my baritone to stand up back there. You can't see them, but they're back there. Good job, guys. Good job. Sit down. You're like, this is Eva. Nobody can see us. I said, you'll be fine. I'll make sure I show you all. Okay, now, let's see. Let's have everyone that goes to Allen Avenue stand up for me. Allen Avenue, stand up for me. Everyone from Allen. There they are. Yay. Good job. Okay, guys, sit down. Thank you. All of my students from Extra and Elementary, Extra, go ahead and sit down. All my students from just a minute. When I said this was a short concert, I meant it's a short concert. They've only seen them about 10 times. The honor band will come up and do their part. I do ask that we stay and support them as well. It's not very long either. All these kids have the opportunity to be in honor band next year, so now you can see what they'll be doing. First of all, thank you, parents, for getting their instruments and their books and their stands and making sure they have it every week when they come to the school. I literally run from here to whatever school it happens to be every afternoon, and it's my pleasure to teach your children. Thank you very much.